Hey guys, and welcome to my ghost tutorial. First, let's discuss the yarn. If you guys are looking to make a super jumbo ghost as in the one in the pattern photos, then you guys are going to have to use a jumbo yarn. This is Parfait XL. This is a size 7 jumbo. This is the yarn that I used to make the ghost in the pattern photos. This skein has 87 yards and I used about 3/4 of this to make that giant ghost. Next, if you're looking to make a more medium-sized version of this ghost, I would use a smaller yarn such as Sweet Snuggles Light. This is a size 6. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use the Sweet Snuggles Light size 6 yarn so you guys can see the size compared to the one in the actual pattern. Other than the yarn, this is what you guys are going to need. You guys are going to need your crochet hook, a stitch marker, a sewing needle, some eyes. I'm going to use 20mm eyes and some scissors, and of course polyfill. Here's the ghost pattern. It is free over on my Instagram. I'll have it linked down below, but this is going to be a tutorial on how to make this guy. And then real quick, I would like to mention that I did end up getting the round numbers wrong. This is supposed to be 8 rounds, but I accidentally put 10 here. So I'll go ahead and fix that as I do the YouTube tutorial, but just keep that in mind that it says 8 rounds, but this is actually 10 rounds in between, but it's actually supposed to be 8 rounds. For round 1, we have to do 8 single crochets in a magic ring. Now this is how I do my magic ring. If you don't like doing the magic ring, you can always do the chain 2 method. I place the yarn like that, cross it over, and I make an X. Take your hook, go under the first loop, over the second, pull through, twist, yarn over, and pull. And then take this little tail and put it to the side. There's our magic ring. Now we have to do 8 single crochets. To do a single crochet, you're gonna insert, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2. Here's our magic ring, and to tighten it, you just pull on this piece of yarn. But now round 2 is 8 increases. An increase is putting 2 single crochet into 1 stitch. So there's 1 single crochet. Put in your stitch marker, and then we're gonna go back into that same stitch and do a single crochet. So one more time, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then go back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 2. Now for round 3, we're going to do a single crochet increase, and we're going to repeat that 8 times. So in your first stitch, you're going to do a single crochet, put your marker back in, and then the next one, you're going to do an increase. So go increase, and then repeat. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 3. To make sure that you're doing it right, go ahead and count your stitches. And for example, at the end of round 3, you should have 24 stitches. If you have 24 stitches, that's how you know you're doing it right. Now for round 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets and then an increase. So we're going to do 1 single crochet. Make sure to put your stitch marker back in. 1, 2, increase. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 4. And now round 5, we're going to do that one more time. We're going to do 3 single crochets now, followed by an increase. So 1 single crochet, in the next stitch, another single crochet, in the next, another single crochet. That's 3 single crochets, and then an increase. And we're going to repeat this until the end of the round. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 5. If you want to double check your work, count around, and you should have a total of 40 stitches. Now here's where I messed up in the pattern. It says 6 through 15. It should say 6 through 13 for a total of 8 rounds of 40 single crochets. So for now, there will be no more increases, and we're just going to put 1 single crochet into every stitch for 8 rounds. So for row 6, just going to go ahead and put 1 single crochet in every stitch. So your row count should not change from 40 because there's no more increases. So just going to go ahead and single crochet around. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 6. And now we're just going to repeat that for 7 more rounds, and we're just going to be single crocheting for the next 7 rounds. So I'll be back at the end of round 13. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 13. And if you want to double check, you can just go ahead and count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now for round 14 is when we're going to put the arms in. So what we're going to do is first we're going to do 10 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. After our 10 single crochets in the next stitch, we're going to do a treble bobble, which is you're going to yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. I'm going to do this until I have 4 loops on my hook. So we're going to yarn over again, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the next 2. Now there's 3 loops on our hook. We're going to do this one more time. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. So now I have 4 loops on my hook. You can do another one if you want, but I like the look of 4. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, and there is our little arm. Now after our treble bobble, we're going to go ahead and do 18 single crochets. So in the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. And now we need to do 17 more. So after 18 single crochets in the next stitch, we're going to do another treble bobble. So yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to repeat that. Once there's 4 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. Now we're going to finish by doing 10 single crochets. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 14. Now for rounds 15 through 19, we're just going to do single crochets. So we're going to single crochet for 5 rounds. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 19. Now for round 20, we're going to be working in the front loops only, and this is a combination we're going to do. We're going to do a half double crochet, in the next stitch 2 double crochets, and then the next stitch a half double crochet. And we're going to repeat that 13 times. We're going to have 1 stitch left over, so we'll do a single crochet in there. So I'll do a couple with you so you guys can see how that looks. I take our stitch marker, and since we're working in the front loop only, I'll just go and I'll put it in the back loop only of that stitch right there to mark it. So for the front loop, as you guys can see, each stitch has like a V. This is the front loop, this is the back loop. Front loop, back loop, front loop, back loop, right? So for our first stitch here, what we're going to do is a half double crochet here, and the next stitch 2 double crochets, and the next stitch a half double crochet. For a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, you're going to grab your front loop, you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Then in the next, we're going to do 2 double crochets, so you're going to yarn over, grab the front loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So once again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then yarn over, pull through the second 2. Then in the next front loop, you're going to do a half double crochet, so we're going to yarn over, grab the front loop, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we're going to repeat that, and then we should have this stitch left over, and we're just going to do a single crochet in there. After repeating that 13 times, we have 1 stitch left over, so just go ahead and do a single crochet in the front loop of that stitch. And now this round is complete, and this is what your project should look like. I'm going to stop here and place the eyes. The eyes go between rounds 10 and 11, 8 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So this round. And now we're going to count 8 stitches in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our next eye should go in the following stitch. Now our eyes are placed, so now I'm just going to go ahead and take the backings and snap them into place. So for round 21, we're going to be working in the back loops only, and we're going to be doing 3 single crochets followed by a decrease, and we're going to repeat that a total of 8 times. This one marked our first back loop of the round, so take that out, and just going to do normal single crochets into the back loops. So there's our first single crochet. Let's put our stitch marker back in. So 1 single crochet, 1, 2, and then 3, and now we need to decrease. So for the decrease, you're going to grab the back loops of the next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through both of those loops, 2 on your hook, yarn over, pull through. That's a decrease. Let's do that one more time. So 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and then 3, and now we're going to decrease. We're going to grab the back loops of the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to repeat this for the rest of the round. Here's what your project should look like at the end of round 21. Now for round 22, we're going to do 8 decreases, and as you do these next 2 rounds, just make sure you're stuffing as you go. For these decreases, we're going to take the front loops of the next 2 stitches and decrease like that. So place your stitch marker back and then repeat. So we're going to take the front loops of the next 2 stitches, so that's 1, there's the second front loop, and then do a single crochet. Here's at the end of round 22. And now lastly for round 23, we're just going to go ahead and continue our decreases all around. So like that, put your stitch marker back in, and we're just going to continue decreasing for the whole entire round. Now here's what the end of round 23 looks like. Now just go ahead, cut off your yarn, leave a little bit of a tail so that we can sew this shut. Now once that's done, just take your needle. I like to thread it through the front loops, and then once you weave it through, all you do is pull and this hole should close. Then once it's closed, I just secured it with a little knot, and then just poke it through, pull out another end, and there you go. And then you can just cut this off. And here is our finished ghost. If you like, you can add some blush under the eyes, but other than that, your ghost is all done. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. If you want to get the actual pattern, it is free over on my Instagram if you guys want to check it out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment for any questions. And with all that, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys make some super cute ghosts. Don't forget to tag me if you guys post them anywhere. I would love to see them, and thank you for watching.